Okay, so we have Boruto episode 198, and in this episode we got the fight between Naruto and Delta. And with this episode we got the adaptation of both Boruto chapters 31 and 32. And in this episode we saw Naruto take on Delta, and there has been a lot of controversy, a lot of commotion, a lot of talk about this episode. I think a lot of people overall expected way more than what really came out in this episode, simply because, you know, we've gotten crazy fights from the Boruto manga and the animation just has been top tier. And it wasn't like absolutely top tier, it wasn't like the craziest fight ever, it wasn't even like episode 189 level. But when it comes to this fight between Naruto and Delta, Naruto really did not try at all. I've seen some people say, oh, Naruto's nerfed, he's struggling against Delta. That was not the case at all. I do want to clarify some things because some people might have taken Naruto getting hurt as face value, but when Naruto got stabbed by Delta, he actually pretended to be hurt. Oh, I'm hurt right now. Delta immediately notices Naruto is capping. Like I said, Naruto, you gotta stick to preaching, not acting, because acting is definitely not your skill. And with Naruto, he's a trickster. He's always been someone who tricks people, and he tries to trick Delta into thinking that, yo, he is in serious danger, he is going to die. The only reason why he did that is because he wanted to get intel from Kara. Yes, I know that may not be the best way, but of course Naruto is not going to try to one-shot Delta right away, because if he just went all out like he said he was going to be, he would have destroyed the village. If he pulled out Kurama, put out 1,000 shadow clones, threw 1,000,000 Rasen shurikens from every Kage and every tailed beast, he would have not only killed Delta but destroyed the village and his kids. You gotta remember, his kids are literally right next to him. Like, I know they were like a little bit far out, but if Naruto truly was going quote-unquote all out like he said against Delta, he would have destroyed the village. I'm saying that right now. That's why he was barely trying. And if you watch this fight, Naruto was toying with Delta. He wasn't really trying at all. And I feel like a lot of people took the whole, oh, I'm going all out as face value. And I do want to tell you right now that Naruto, he was toying with her. Naruto was catching all of Delta's punches, all of her kicks, dodging every punch and kick that Delta was throwing at him.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
And Delta, you know, she was getting frustrated. She was like, fuck, man, what am I supposed to do against Naruto? Naruto was not going at full power, and I've seen a lot of people complain like, yo, I expected better animation, I expected a lot more of this fight. But if you have read the manga, you would know that Naruto, he was holding back tremendously. Of course, like I said, the whole I'm going all out, he is capping. He's just hyping Delta up like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. But in reality, he was just trying to get information out of her and intel. And even Kawaki says it himself. He's more like dancing than anything. His moves, the way he's fighting, he's making sure that Delta does not go toward Boruto, Himawari, and Kawaki so they stay safe. That's the reason why he's not even fighting back. He's just dodging all their attacks to make sure, because the biggest problem here is that his kids are literally right next to him as he fights Delta. And Kawaki even says it himself. He can't even go all out, because if he goes all out, he would kill his kids in the process if he were to go quote-unquote all out. You gotta remember, Kurama is insane. If he goes straight into Kurama mode and shoots a Biju Dama, it would destroy the village. Biju Damas are insane, and the village would get destroyed in the process. And I understand why some people may be frustrated with this episode because they expected a lot more. This was kind of like a warm-up fight. This was a warm-up to this fight. I do want to say that this fight is 2 episodes long because there is a lot of fights in the Kawaki arc. And you know, I was expecting a little bit more, but you know, when it comes to this fight, if you've read the manga and if you've been watching this episode closely, you can tell that Naruto was not trying at all. And there is one scene that I really liked how the anime took out and replaced it, and that's when Delta tried to attack Himawari. She went after Himawari, throwing her up in the air using her laser beams, but in the manga it was completely different. Naruto was letting Delta hit her, and this is where Boruto, he activates his karma and throws a Rasengan straight at Delta. And of course this happened in the anime, but what's different is that Boruto threw the Rasengan while Naruto was fighting Delta in between their fights. And in the anime they changed it up. When Delta grabbed a hold of Himawari, Boruto activated his karma then and then threw the Rasengan. They changed it a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, in the manga version it was a little bit OOC, aka out of character for Boruto to do that. It kind of made him seem really dumb. I really like how the anime changed that scene to show that Boruto isn't a dumbass like he was in the manga, because the manga counterpart, I'm not gonna lie, it made him look really stupid. So I'm glad the anime changed it. And I do want to talk about Delta's laser beams. Her laser beams are insane. That is probably her most broken haxi jutsu that she has in her arsenal, and it even scared Naruto a little bit. And even though Naruto did dodge it and was dodging all of her laser beams pretty easily, he knew that, yo, if that hits me, I am fucked. Even Kawaki says it himself. himself, yo, these laser beams are so potent that they even negate regenerative abilities such as Naruto's and Kawaki's as well. So her laser beams are insane. If you notice real quick, Naruto, he was letting Delta hit him deliberately. I think a lot of people are going to take that as face value, that Naruto was nerfed. I do want to say that Naruto was trying to let Delta hit him so she can waste chakra. In this fight, Naruto did observe that Delta, every time she used her laser beams, it made her a lot more tired. She was using a lot of chakra. She was getting very exhausted each and every time she would use her laser beams on Naruto. And the thing is, Naruto was trying to bait Delta into using the laser beams more so he can get an attack in and finish her off. That was Naruto's plan this entire time. I don't think it was explained that much, but if you really paid attention closely, and thing is, he could afford to. Kawaki said it himself, he is strong enough. He completely outclasses Delta in every single direction. And I think a lot of people are going to complain, oh, Naruto was nerfed, he's not trying, he said he was going to go all out. But I do want to say that Naruto, he wasn't trying at all. He played around with this bitch. He was not going all out. If you want to see Naruto going quote unquote all out, look at his fight against Sasuke, look at his fight against Momoshiki, and even then he wasn't going at 100%, so to say. Against Sasuke, he was holding back a little bit. Against Momoshiki, he was at 50% chakra since Momoshiki took half of the QB. Naruto is strong enough to just dance around Delta. That's how insanely powerful he is. But I do want to say, in this fight, Naruto, he's not going to go 100% because he's going to destroy the village. He's going to kill a lot of people. He's going to kill his own kids. That's why Kawaki even says it himself. He's not trying at all. He's just dancing around her. And I do want to talk about Kawaki, man, because he does come in clutch again. When Delta threw Himawari up in the air, Kawaki jumped in, took the laser beam for Himawari, saving her and Naruto's life. And all I gotta say is Kawaki really came around, and I really like how they're developing the relationship between Kawaki, Boruto, and Hima. Hima even thanks Kawaki for saving her life. Kawaki even tells Boruto like, yo, I made up for that vase. That vase that broke, here's what I do for you. I just made it up for you. So I really like how they're developing the relationship between Boruto and Kawaki. So yeah, that was the episode. I do want to say a lot of people may have been disappointed by this fight, but I do want to say that Naruto was not going all out. This isn't a fight like against Momoshiki or against Sasuke back in Shippuden. He's not going 100%. If Naruto's going 100%, I would understand why people would be really mad, but honestly, in this fight, Naruto wasn't going, I wouldn't even say Naruto was going like 25% at full power. Yes, he went to 6-pass form, but he really didn't go crazy. We saw against like Sasuke or Momoshiki, he wasn't going nutty. He was just holding back tremendously. You can tell that he was holding back. But let me know how you think about this episode. What were your expectations for this fight? How do you feel about Naruto vs Delta so far? And be honest with me, were you expecting god tier animation, or are you just expecting a slowed down fight? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, because I've seen a lot of complaints, a lot of praises between the art and the animation. You know, for me, I'm kind of conflicted. You know, I did like this episode, but I wasn't really expecting much. You know, I think some people got their hopes up because they expect every episode to be like episode 189. But what are your thoughts for next week as well? Because we're continuing Naruto vs Delta. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.